Hey everyone, this is Noble Artist here, and today in this video is going to be the weapons contest results and prizes. It's been about, I think, almost a week. Yeah, it's been a week after the month, and the contest ended 7 days ago. So it took me some time to get this stuff put together. I actually spent all day yesterday trying to make all these things. It took me forever to do, which I didn't expect it to take that long just to make all these, but there's a lot of detail that went into these pieces, and that's why it took me so long. Yesterday was actually going to be yesterday was a Tuesday, so I was going to do a tutorial, and I wanted to finish these, and it took too much time to actually get the tutorial out. But hopefully tomorrow, I guess I can work on it then. I'm going to do, I know it's not on a Tuesday, but I want to do the movable rangefinder, so that's going to be happening. I'm also working on the You Pick I paint figure, which is taking me longer than I expected because I'm trying to use clay for the armor for a lot of it. So I even have, it's kind of a spoiler. This is what I got so far, but it's going to be a cross between a heavy gunner and a sniper, which is going to be interesting. Most likely be a heavy gunner mainly, but we'll see how it turns out. But anyway, for this video, I'm going to be showing you the prizes for the first, second, and third place for the contest. And then I will show you the winners, obviously. And I do have one honorable mention, and I think about 11 people entered, so not that many entered this, which was surprising, it being an easier contest to enter than doing a full-on figure. But you know, to each their own. Not everyone's into this type of stuff, and those who entered, thank you so much. I hope you had a lot of fun with your customs, and I will get on to the prizes. So I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what they are, and then take a moment to explain or to show you in more detail. So what this is going to be is I have Roman shields right here, then I have the Spartan Shield right here, and then I have a Knight Shield. Now, first place is going to receive, third place is going to receive a Roman Shield set, which is super awesome. Second place is going to get a Roman Shield set and a Spartan set. First place is going to get a Roman set, a Spartan set, and then the Knight set. The Knight Shield is so awesome. I had so much fun making that. So that is going to be first, second, and third. It's a weapons contest, so the prizes obviously are going to be based around what the theme is. So I made one of these shields back in the day. Now, when I first made these, I was like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. And you know, this was years and years and years ago, so it's going to look the way it looks now, which isn't the best. This is the before, or this is the old, this is the new. You can see how it is a lot better, just all around. Granted, this one probably is a little bit worn out just over the years, but that's the old Roman shield. This is the new Roman shield, hand painted. This is actually a thick piece of metal. Thicker piece of metal, I would say. And this is, there's a lot of different designs, believe it or not. There's, I think, 12 different designs for Roman shields. I kind of looked them up a little bit. There's either 6 or 12, give or take, but there's a ton of different shapes that they have used over the years, and then this shape has a lot of different designs on it. I just picked one that's easy to use, and it does have all the metal detail in the front. And then I'm not sure what these symbols mean, but these are their insignias that they painted on. Super awesome shield. And then on the back, I probably shouldn't have used the brown paint that I used because I wanted to make it look like it was kind of wood. But then I realized they have bronze shields, but it's okay. It's a really glossy metal, as you can see how the light, or glossy paint, you can see the light reflects off it. I will do a video pretty soon on what types of paint do what effect, because that's good to know. I could have used apple barrel paint and mix it together for the back, and it would have been a dull color, which you can always repaint that if you like. But this is also my patent pending shield grip, which I will show you at the end of this video what this shield grip is. This is a design that I made that I found most effective for putting shields on. I did use one with magnetic stuff, which was pretty cool, but this right here gives you the most versatile shield grip that you can find, which is really awesome. And I will probably do a video on it. It's kind of tricky to get right, but it is a lot of cool to do. Now moving over here is the Gladius. Now the Gladius is the Roman sword. It's kind of a shorter sword from a lot of the other swords from that era. Now this here is made with a thicker piece of metal. I'm not sure how well it's going to focus on that. Now this metal does have little dots in it, which I didn't realize when I was cutting it out, but I already cut them out and made them when I realized it. And so this one, I don't know if it's the hand grip that's off or the other thing, but this one is a little off. But it's not a big deal. Once it's in the hand, it's hard to tell. But this here is a thick piece of metal. This hand guard right here is made out of clay. There's a lot of clay involved, like the knobs on these Roman shield are clay as well. And then the handle is just toothpick wrapped with fabric to give it the right dimension. Then I have a little metal ball in the end for the pommel, and that is that. Really awesome sword. And then this is made from metal fabric, and then it does have two more pieces of metal over both of the silver pieces here on the sheath are metal as well. So those are those. Really awesome. Now the Spartan Shield, this one was a little bit trickier. Not trickier, but it's kind of plain just because the nature of the shield. This is a metal raised, like the A there is metal. I'm not sure if you can see it raised, but those are two pieces of metal that I attached and then painted red. I probably should have painted those red and then the rest gold. Some of it kind of bled off the edge, but not too much. But that is the Spartan Shield on the back here. I did leave that as the metal because it has a shine, and I didn't really want to paint back in there, and there wasn't really a need. Of course, those do have the hand grip as well. Oh, I lost my voice for a second. Now this here, I should look at the name, the Greek sword, or the Spartan sword. It probably has a really kick-butt name, but I forgot what it is. I looked it up, and then you forget things pretty quickly, or I forget things pretty quickly. But this is made from all the black pieces. I sculpted that out of clay, and then I reinforced it with glue. I put a couple coats actually of glue on it, so hopefully these are sturdy. If these do break, I do apologize, but it is clay, so be careful when you put it into a figure's hand. Now, I don't know how easily this is going to go into a hand. I did put it in one, so just be gentle when you use these if you want to use them for your figures. And then, of course, the blade has that signature curve to it. This is actually two pieces of metal doubled up because I didn't have any thicker metal. I couldn't cut thicker metal out in this shape. It's really hard. It's a very stubborn metal to use, so I feel like it's not focusing, and my big old fat hands are covering it up. Okay, let's use my tweezer beads. So you get the point. No pun intended. Really cool sword. So it was kind of fun to make too. I made well, also not pun intended. I made two of them, but they were fun to make. Anyway, you get the point. Oh my goodness, I gotta stop using these weapon puns. Okay, so thirdly, last but not least, first place will be getting the Knight Shield. Now, this shield is by far my, well, I don't say it's my favorite color scheme, but probably the Roman shield is my favorite. This shield, I'm actually going to hold with my treated bead so I don't cover it up. This shield is double thick metal, which gives it a really nice weight to it, and it has this beautiful, I'm not sure how well you want to see it in the light. This lighting and my camera being stupid and not focusing isn't going to do the shield justice, but the blue is actually a matte blue, and then if you can see the gloss, how like the maroon kind of is a glossy color. The maroon has a beautiful tint to it. It kind of gets lighter and darker at the edges of it, which is amazing. And then the gold bands, those are actually two gold pieces, or two metal pieces, one long one and then two on either side, so I guess it's three. And then all the little dots are smaller pieces of metal for those rivets that I had to punch out of a hole punch. So all those little rivets right there add just more detail. And all together, it's a beautiful sword. When you hold it, it just has this really nice weight to it. And beautiful design. This is the teardrop shape design shield. Probably one of my favorite shapes for a shield, so that's why I went with that. Again, I painted the back of this one brown, and then it does have the hand grip on the back. So this is just a beautiful, beautiful shield. That little gem is going to first place, along with this sword. Now this sword, I didn't know what direction I was going with it, and it almost looks kind of a fantasy sword. But this sword is really awesome. It's kind of like a longer sword, I guess, than norm. But it does have a black sheath, and of course the metal here that is painted gold is indeed metal. Sometimes I paint on the metal, or I just paint on the end and say it's metal, but it's not actually metal. But that is metal, and then up here as well. I did use a design that I didn't normally do. I was kind of sculpting with clay for this. This is all, I mean, other than the handle itself. The pommel is clay, and the hand grip is clay. And then this beautiful little diamond or sapphire or jewel or whatever color green the green rock is. That's kryptonite. He's got a kryptonite sword. It might be hard to see in this lighting, but that is in fact green. That little piece right there in the middle. That's why it kind of looks like a fantasy type sword, because of that. And then of course, like all my swords, the case. Now what I didn't do, or I haven't done before, is I put this up onto the blade, this this triangle pointed edge right there. So because of that, I had to make the case like that and have that those openings. So when you slide the sword in, oops, it's backwards. It does have a certain way it goes. So when you slide the sword in, it goes up onto it like that. Goes around that piece if it focuses. So it's a really cool feature that I enjoyed. Okay, it might not focus, but this is the sheath. Really awesome, cool stuff. And then this here is the blade itself. It's a decent sized blade for a figure. And the sword, it almost looks like, not He-Man, one of those guys, Conan the Barbarian. It kind of looks like one of his swords. But this is a really cool sword. It was a lot of fun to make, and painted gold black. And that's pretty much it to the sword. Really, really awesome. Now, if you want to see what this looks like in a figure's hand, we will see if we can get it to fit in his hand. Watch me just like destroy it in his hand. How sad would that be in this video? Hopefully it will go into his hand, because I put a lot of clay and a lot of fabric on it. So, okay. It worked. Be very gentle with this sword, please, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't want to go into a figure's hand that easily. It does. It just went into his hand. But it's more for looks than for show. Or it's more for looks than it is to play with. But once you get into a figure's hand, I suggest leave it in there. Because the pommel I made kind of shorter, and then I wrapped too much fabric around the handle, so it is a little tighter fit. Just be careful when you use this, please. Along with all these other weapons, because there's a lot of clay work, and I'm not too familiar with the clay. So if it does break, I do apologize. I put a lot of glue on here, try to reinforce a lot of this, but that's a pretty good looking sword in this guy's hand. So let's take that out. Yeah, I definitely put a little bit too much fabric around that, but that's okay. It's okay, just be careful. You guys can be careful enough. I can trust you. So I'm going to show you what the handguard looks like and how to use it, because it is a little bit tricky, okay? Because each one I make is different, so it's kind of hard to get a perfect fit for everything. But because it has this opening in the center, and then these two folds that go over each side, what you want to do is, well, to put it on his arm normal, I guess, slide the hand. This might be hard to do off camera, or on camera, because, here, let's see. What you're going to do is slide the hand through the first loop. Now, that's why I said it's kind of tricky, because this loop is not the biggest loop. And then keep on wiggling it. So if you can see, his hand is right there. My finger is going through the back of all those. And then if he's marching or whatnot, you can kind of tilt it this way. You can tilt it up. So it's like proportionate to the figure. Like if he's walking, that's how they would hold him. Like that's how this should be carried. Because obviously when his arm goes down, he can hold it to his side and do all that really fun stuff. Now, to get him to hold it in front, you're going to push down one of these. I'm sorry if you can't see this. Push down one of the folds, because there's two folds. Push down one. Basically, you're trying to get his hand in between that. In between the, there's like a slit in the fabric. I'm just going to say it instead of trying to show you. There's a slit in the fabric, and you need his hand to be in between the slit. Once you see it, you'll understand it. You will understand it. And it is kind of, I'm actually having a harder time getting it on here than it should take, probably because I'm trying to do it for a video, and trying to do something for a video is always more nerve-wracking and there's prone to mistakes. So anyway, this is it being frontward like so. Here's the back view, if that helps. If it focuses, it might not help. So that's what it's supposed to look like when it is fully in the hand. So with this angle, you can hold it in front if you wanted to be charging. Anyway, you get the point. I don't need to go into extreme detail with what you can do with it, but that's how it goes on the arm. Whew. Oh, okay, thank you for bearing with me on that one. So these are the weapons, and these are the prizes. I hope you all enjoyed watching me try to explain those. So now that my computer just turned off, I will turn it back on so we can get on to the winners, the winner circle, because that's what we came here to see. Now there's only 11 people who entered, so I guess this only is exciting for 11 people who have the chance to win. Everyone else is like, I don't care, I just want to see it. If I can put in my password. My computer's like, oh, I'm going to fall asleep. You're taking too long. Yeah, this is a long video, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the honorable mention first. There are 11 people who I'll give shout outs to, all of them. And by the way, I'm going to be giving shout outs to everyone from my last video, which is going to take forever. So I'm going to put all of that at the end of this video. There's like 300 plus shout outs, so it's going to take me a while. So I'm going to give a honorable mention to MFC Studios. Now I can't show you a full on what he did in this because it's not like a one picture of everything closed, but he did a really cool sword, and he did a really cool axe blade, which I really liked. And then this shield technique is really hard, but he used magnets for the shield, which I've used before, and I did make a video on how to make that piece in the hand. That was the first one to do that, and but it's really cool. Good shout to you. I do wish you had painted on the shield. It is just a plain gold shield. It is just plain gold, and I wish you had actually put a design on there. But that's not the reason that you did not get first, second, or third. You'll see the other entries, but yeah. Other than that, is amazing shield. Amazing shield. A good job. Honorable mention to you. So that would be, I guess, fourth place if there was a fourth place. Third place goes to, gotta get this right because this name I always say backwards, Mason. I won't butcher this time because I can see it. Clone Custom 777. Here he has he has 3 weapons, or 2 weapons and a shield. This here, he did a really good job with this sword here, and it just looks really clean. And well, he has like the battle damage or the blood on it, so it's not clean, but it was well made. And then this right here, I love the coloring in this blade. You have to watch this because the coloring in this is amazing, and it's a really unique weapon. I like it a lot. The shield, the shape is basically the same shape as the Roman shield, and I do like this. One thing it was a toss up between you for third and MFC Studios, because he actually had a shield that was functional. I noticed that your shield does not have, it's not functional. You can't put it on a figure. But I'll be making a tutorial hopefully on that shield grip, so if you can add one on there if you want, or put your own thing on there. So that was the only downside. I did enjoy the design of the shield. I just wish that the figure could hold it because it would look really awesome on a figure. So congratulations, you are third place. Moving on to second place. Second place is, I'm sorry if I butchered this name, I'm bad at reading. Bisako Mad. You say your name in the video, which it's yeah, you know who you are. You know who you are. You made a really cool set here. This is like a Mongolian shield. The sword is amazing. I think you used some clay work and other pieces for the handle. It looks really, really good. I'm a big fan of bows, so that's a really awesome bow that you made right there. And then the shield, he had like a bear design on the shield, which is pretty cool. And he wrapped fabric around there, which their shields were like fabric material. They weren't like super like strong, I guess. The sword is really awesome. I do like this hand grip a lot. He just really captured the culture with these weapons. And for you, and for that would be second place. Congratulations to you, sir. And then thirdly, I don't know if there should be a drum roll. That's a sad drum roll. I don't have a drum roll. This name I don't know if I'm going to get right because it's either Straub or Strobe. So I'm sorry, but Elm Straub. I'm going to say Elm Straub. That's what I'm going to call you. But you, sir, by far have first place. I'll show you right here. Now, I don't know if you actually made this helmet. If you made this helmet from scratch, then that's crazy. But this weapon, this sword is so beautiful. And then this bow and the shield, like all of it combined, and then this mossy thing, I mean, that's added bonus. But the arrow he made an arrow for it. But this sword, or the bow, like this bow is handmade with toothpicks and other things, and that's just insane detail. And I don't know how you managed to do that. You even made an arrow for it, which is really cool. I made a bow for an archer, a samurai archer back in the day, which is really cool, but you did a really good job. I don't think this is all you showed on the sword, but that is sculpted out of clay, which is amazing. I think a battle damage sword. This is proportions. You did a really well job on that. And then the shield, I love the shield design. All those different little pieces of clay. It looks like an Aztec kind of shield. And I don't know if you show them all three again together. But just all in all, there's like a complete set. And it looks like they can go to one figure, which the other ones, yes, they were cool, but this looks like it belongs to one individual soldier, which, granted, that's not why you won. Your stuff, it was just very detailed. You did a really good job on it. But it's just an added bonus, I guess, that it could fit with one figure and look like it goes with it. So anyway, congratulations for first place. You'll get all three of these. Second place, you'll get those two. And then third place, you'll get a Roman shield kit, which is an amazing Roman shield. You're going to love this. This was a lot of fun to make, and I think you're going to really enjoy that. So for everybody who won, if you made it to the end of this video, it's so long. If you could send me a personal message, go to my channel. If you don't know how to do that, go to my channel. Actually, I'll show you right now, because a lot of people keep asking me how to send me their figures. And what you can do, if I can figure it out myself, go to my channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because that's always fun. Go to the About page, and then go down. It's not going to show it for mine because I can't contact myself. But down here at the bottom, it should say Contact. And you can contact me or send message, one of the two. So go do that, and then send me a personal message with your address. Please give me all the details you can about your address, your name, everything, so I don't mess it up, because before I got something sent back because it didn't have the right address. So send me that, and then I will get these mailed out to you, hopefully soon. And then I need to get the last contest prizes out. It's one of those things, like, I just keep forgetting to do it, and I'll remember to do it, and I'll sit down to work on stuff, and then it escapes my mind. But I need to do the Vibroblade packs, and then I need to paint. I had to make another one of these, so I had to paint this gun for the First Order Stormtrooper. So it'll be sent out hopefully soon when I get those done. But please send me your address so I can get these to you. And if you want to send me a custom to review, do the same thing. Go to my channel, go to the About, send me a personal message with your address, or just send me a personal message letting me know that you want me to review your thing, and then I will send you my address. That's how I'll do that. So I hope everyone had a lot of fun with this contest. I sure had a lot of fun looking at all the videos, and I had a lot of fun making these weapons and shields. Even though I can't keep them, I'm giving them away. It was a lot of fun to make. I will probably do tutorials on how to make all these at one point, because they're just really awesome weapons and stuff like that. So stay tuned for all of these new tutorials coming out. Stay tuned for this. I'm going to try to get it done. I'm going to work on it today a little bit more. There's just a lot that's going to have to go into it, and I'm trying to experiment with clay, and that obviously takes a little bit longer to get the hang of than other stuff. So with that being said, y'all have an awesome, super fantastic day. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, hitchhike it. Thank you for everyone who participated. I will put a shout out for everybody up in here. Don't forget, if you're the first person to leave a comment on my video, you'll get a shout out in the next one. And because that one video I made about a week ago, the New Year's one, I said I was going to give a shout out to everyone who left a comment. There's like 300 of those, so I will place all those throughout this video, are all here at the end. Bam, they'll pop up here, and it's going to be crazy. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, It's going to be cool. You can read them all, see if your name's on there. If not, then I apologize, because 300 names is kind of hard to get perfectly right. So with that being said, please let me know what you want the next contest to be. I still want to finish this Viking. The bum is just sitting there on that platform. It's going to be hard to figure that out too, because I've never made one before, and there's a lot of research that goes involved in a new custom. So with that being said, I think I said with that being said like 5 times already. If there's like a counter, it'd be like at 10 or something. So y'all have a great day. I'm going to stop rambling now. But if you enjoyed this video, that's great. I hope you had fun. I think there was something I wanted to say, but I can't remember it. So I'll see you hopefully tomorrow in my next video. So y'all have a great day, and I'll see you later. God bless. Bye.